So we've always had a great range of succulents to offer, but this year we decided to offer 8 additional succulents, which can be used in the outdoors for summer, for containers, raised beds, gravel gardens and rockeries, but also can be used particularly, we think, for indoor usage. So we've got 8, as I said, and this one is called Aeonium Haworthia bicolor. So this one's a branching tender perennial aeonium with multiple rosettes of this blue-green leaves, tinged with this red margins. What's interesting to note is that if you dry it out, those margins become much more significant. Next one we have is this one called Cereus Peruvianus Paulina. So the common name for this beauty is night flowering cactus, but many will never actually see the slightly fragrant white flowers, as they only emerge for one single night and very rarely in our conditions. So the South American variety is extremely drought tolerant, perfect for young gardeners particularly, as the spines are barely detectable. So here we have Crasula portulaceae Gollum. So this curious variety originates from South Africa, in fact, and it's a compact shrubby plant. And what's interesting is these slightly swollen tips, almost like suckers. Now, hence the name Gollum, named after the Lord of the Rings character, which had swollen fingertips. This is a spectacular little succulent called Euphorbia trigona rubra, or more commonly known as the African milk tree or cathedral cactus, due to the fact that they can grow up to 80 centimetres if allowed to mature. So they've got these closely packed stems, flush with that magenta red in colour, and they produce these small little lanceolate leaves in spring. So here's another great succulent for the indoors called Haworthia fasciata. Now it's got sabre-like succulent foliage with these painted horizontal lines, hence its name, the zebra plant. Lovely little plant that one is. And this one here is called Senecio crassissimus, otherwise known as the vertical leaf senecio for obvious reasons. So this is a structural beauty, dramatic succulent with thick, erect, glaucous grey-green foliage, with this beautiful line that goes along the margins here. The variety can produce tall yellow daisy flowers in summer, but they're not always seen in United Kingdom conditions. Next up we have this little beauty. We fell in love with this as soon as we saw it. It's called Sulcorebutia rauschii. So it's a desert splendour, a miniature clustering species with these soft, succulent, rosy red balls, which are just, if you look very carefully, adorned with these feather-like spines. And lastly, we have this coral-like curiosity deriving from the Cape of South Africa. As you can see, the small rosettes of fleshy grey-green foliage with warty-like idioblasts, they're called. They readily produce these yellow delosperma type flowers in the heat of summer. So there we have it, 8 new indoor succulent varieties that we're introducing for this year, and we think they're great for children and young gardeners to get inspired by gardening, get them planting some of these beauties and enjoy them indoors.